Hello everyone, I'm Alan from Technology Moments. Welcome back to our videos. Today we have a video that we have been asked a lot, especially nowadays that a lot of people are starting to migrate to Wi-Fi 7. Either if you decide to use a Wi-Fi 7 or a Wi-Fi 6 card, the procedure is going to be basically the same. As you have seen in our latest videos, the only difference that you may find is that Wi-Fi 7 cards come in KeyE format, something very important, being that the main reason why not all computers are going to be compatible with this upgrade. We have used several Wi-Fi card models, but of the ones that we have used, the best in our tests has been this Wav Link BE200 based card, which by the way, and this is very important, is only compatible with Intel-based computers. Of course, we leave the links in the description for you. Before you start, make sure that you have downloaded the controllers of the specific model that you bought. And this is just in case that your Wi-Fi card is not recognized or you do not have any other alternate method for connecting to the internet once you reboot your computer. If you have a USB adapter, you might want to keep it in hand or maybe use a docking station with an Ethernet port. So the first thing, disassembling the computer. And for this, a short recommendation here. Take a look first at how you can do this for the specific model that you have. It is very probable that you will find such procedure in YouTube for your specific laptop model. Not all computers are disassembled so easily, and some require special tips for you to take off the screws. It is also very important to have around, or you might also want to have some guitar picks or any other plastic tool like this one. This so that you can use it to separate the laptop covers without scratching them. Maybe the most important part is not rushing into this procedure, so if you're in a hurry, this particular video will not be for you. If you're working, for example, at a location where there's a lot of static electricity, say for example a carpeted floor, office, or very dry weather, you might want to discharge yourself, or even better, use these bracelets that connect to any grounding and will keep you static free during this process. The location where I'm at, that is not something critical, so I will just touch a metal chassis of any of my computers before starting this process. These Lenovo laptops use Torx screws. I would recommend getting one of these sets with multiple types and sizes of tips that are exchangeable. It also includes an anti-static electricity bracelet and many more tools that may be of great help for many other tasks that you have. It is very probable that you will need it again for a similar situation. Again, links in the description for everything that you may need for this procedure. Most of them will also have these magnetic project mats, which are fantastic, are very useful, so we do not misplace any screw and lets us organize them in order. So here, a procedure that is very common. You will need to place the spacers between the covers. With a small push, they will come in, and of course, ideally, they have to be plastic. Here is where a guitar pick can also be of great help. Leverage yourself a little, twisting the tool, and then with your fingers pull the pieces apart. This is very important to do it without rotating the covers, making sure it is completely detached first. You will hear some clicks as the locks start to come off. Not twisting the pieces is something very important, or you might end up breaking some plastic locks. In this particular laptop model, most of the body is aluminum. It has advantages and disadvantages. It has a pretty cool look, but tends to scratch a little easier. As you can see right here, you can have immediate access to most important parts of your computer. This is also a very good way of having access to the interior of your laptop when you decide to give it some cleaning. Most brands are continuing to make this upgrade process a lot easier. Anyway, there is not much you can upgrade on these computers. This small cover is a thermal protection for the NVMe, which is right here, also for the memory card and other components, and the Wi-Fi card, which is right here. This is also a protector for the antennas, so they will not come loose. At this moment, it might be very important to disconnect the internal battery, something that is very simply done by just locating the connector and pulling it off. You can proceed by pulling off these antenna connectors, making sure that you pull them off in a uniform way and not twisting them, or you might end up bending those super small connectors. Let's make now a small pause. As we have seen in recent videos for Wi-Fi 7, it's very important the use of both antennas. At least that is the experience that we've had, and we've been able to prove it with several adapters that we have tested. Up to where we are right now, this is a procedure that you can make before starting the real update process. So you can disassemble your computer, take pictures, investigate a little bit, identify your Wi-Fi card, reassemble your computer and search for the most suitable card replacement for your laptop. As we are upgrading to Wi-Fi 7, remember, these cards come in Key E format. So now let's switch to the corresponding Phillips tip or screwdriver and free the Wi-Fi card. It will come off at about a 20-degree angle. This one, as you can see right here, has a Wi-Fi 6E card, by the way, a very good one. And if you're just migrating to Wi-Fi 6, don't worry. And keep in mind that Wi-Fi 6 can offer speeds close to 1 gigabit per second, which is very good, so it continues to be a very good upgrade. You can then proceed to install your new Wi-Fi card, slide it at a 20-degree angle as the one that came off, and secure it with the corresponding screw. Reconnect the antennas, making sure that they are completely centered so you can firmly press in the middle of them with your finger, feeling of course that they snap in place. Very important, this procedure. Then reconnect the battery, replace the cover, but do not tighten anything or secure it in place yet. Turn over your computer and make a few tests. There are many things that can happen right here. Some people have reported that their laptops will not boot, but keep in mind that once you turn back on the computer, it may take a lot of time to recognize the new hardware and may take even 1 or 2 minutes before showing the configuration changed screen. This computer, for example, took about a minute before it showed any type of screen after replacing the Wi-Fi card. Something important to mention. Wi-Fi upgrades have become somewhat troublesome in some specific models of computers. For example, this Lenovo laptop did not accept another model of a BE200 adapter that we had recently bought, but it didn't work. However, it has worked absolutely great with this one from Wav Link, a model that has worked in several computers that we've tested it. And also worked very good testing the adapter that came with this MSI Herald PCI Wi-Fi 7 bundle. Once you install the drivers and it can connect to your Wi-Fi and worked for a few minutes, you can then turn it off, secure the covers, and you'll be done. This is actually a process that doing it with patience takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And the advantages are great as you will have incredible speeds using Wi-Fi 7. Don't forget to check our videos regarding Wi-Fi 7 as there are several considerations to have in mind. For example, the access point that you're going to use. We leave the links in the description to some awesome access point from Omada. Also, the uplink that you're going to use to the network, which has to be, for example, in this particular case, a 10 gigabit Ethernet switch. There are some at a very good price already. They do have and offer great Ethernet speed. And of course, explanation in such videos of multi-link operation, which is an option in the configuration of your router or access point that not always is active and is actually the heart of Wi-Fi 7. It will let you duplicate the speed at which you connect to your network. If you're one of the lucky persons who have more than a gigabit per second access to the internet, Wi-Fi 7 is gonna be a great upgrade for you. Okay guys, I hope this video was as informative as intended, not only for those of you who have a Lenovo laptop, but also this general procedure of upgrading a Wi-Fi 7 card. Please remember that your great support, liking this video, and subscribing to our channel. See you next time and enjoy Wi-Fi 7 speeds. Bye.